This delightful little thing is a Hydrostar. Not a standard Hydrostar. This is an E20 Hydrostar. You can see we've got tiny little brushless motor on here. That is what is specified for E20. And we have a BMK timer board on it. And we're going to see if we can make this thing fly. Hopefully off the water. Now we have this balanced with a fairly forward CG. So the CG is right about there, which is kind of far forward for a power model with a decent sized stab. It is a little short, but still, and that's okay. So I have shimmed in a little bit of extra incidence under the stab, if you can see there, about 1/32 inch. So hopefully this will glide okay. And that's not half bad. Not any real glide turn visible at the moment, but we'll deal with that some more as time goes on. Let's go ahead and power it up and see how this goes. Alright, so we're powered up. Light's blinking like it should. Got an E-flite 1S150. About the same size as the 210s that we sell. I'm just using the 150 because it's what I've got handy. And Caleb won a national championship with one, so, you know. They have shelf life, but so far these are holding on pretty decently. Alright, so we get a little bit of a breeze here. Timer's set for 5 seconds. Let's see what it does. So we press and hold, and away we go. Got a pretty good climb rate. And let's see, how's this glide looking? Glide is not turning real good. We're going to have to work on that part. Really nice glide, though. Wow. The Hydrostar is Sal Taby's design, follow on to the Starduster, and it came out in the early 60s. Very popular rise-off-water airplane. So numerous records have been set with it. It's just kind of a delightful little airplane. I don't care for the vertical tail being mounted to the stab, but that has served well for many years. Shout out to Mr. Dan Barry, whose color scheme I shamelessly stole from his Hydrostar, actually. So let's send it again. We're set for 10 seconds now, so should be a little more altitude, and we'll see what happens. All right, basically dead calm right now, so we'll see what happens here. And circling kind of aimlessly. It's looking for lift. Oh crap, it's going to go bad places, I think. Maybe not. DT has popped, and down it comes. Nice. Yay! Poison ivy! Or, it's actually poison oak. We do have legitimate poison oak. I am not allergic, thank goodness. More of it everywhere. Unceremoniously deposited, but safe and sound. If there was ever a question as to whether or not I live in paradise, we've got little yellow flowers. I don't know how well they show up, but they don't show up as well on camera, but they're there and they're delightful. Got more of the pink ones. Lots more of them. These come out in the fall, and they bring Gulf fritillary caterpillars. They get deposited, so we have lots of butterflies. That's not a Gulf fritillary. It's a cloudless sulfur, but still. More flowers. I don't know if it shows up, but that's a long-tailed skipper. And there's a thermal. You can see it. Boom! The the suction cup of the air. Okay, there comes that time for every such model. I hope this works. And it does. It actually does float. Just barely. But it does float. That's good. Alright, let's do this again. We've keyed the wing and the stab. So I guess I should actually give this a quick test glide. Now I've actually got a little bit of a right turn indicated. So hopefully this will go okay. Let's see. Well, it's got a nice circle under power. It's going a little on the flat side. Oh, that's delightful. Look at that. Dang. It is perfect. Look at that. Uh-oh. My DT has popped, except that it hasn't. Come on down. I need to check why. I bet I know. I bet I got some glue in there when I keyed it. Stay clear of the tree and lose that thermal. And don't hit the bulldozer or the tree. Phew. Wow. Alright, I added in a little bit of stab incidence. Let's see what that does. Just perfect. There is actually lift up there, and it is actively hunting in it. Look at that. It's just amazing. See, there it straightens out because it was going to center up, but fortunately we have a DT to tell it to, you know, stop that. Nice. Oh yeah! Boy, that battery's down a bit.
Hold on, wait till it lands.
There we go.
Hey, Mommy, I'm using dirt.
Hey, y'all keep an eye on this one. Go a little farther. Oh, keep an eye on it. Caleb, chase the airplane. So, what do we say in conclusion? Well, she flies pretty good. Flies quite well. This was an experiment that I wasn't sure would work, but it has worked out. It has worked out remarkably well. What we did not show on video, because it would be boring, is the takeoff consistency is less than great, which is to be expected with a very small model that is, the scale loading is a little on the high side, so that means it sits a little lower in the water than it ought to. But it does get off the water. If you were to convert this to RC, it would be very easy to manage on the water, because the lead up to it digging a float in is actually fairly slow, so you can correct it just with rudder input. So there's that. But yeah, this flies very nicely. The thermal's great. The dead air flight times are not at all uncompetitive. In fact, they are quite competitive. So check out the Hydrostar. It is now available on our website for purchase, and so you can go after your own shenanigans there. I will mention you can also power it with a capacitor, which at least in theory would give you a higher power to weight ratio, since the capacitor systems are lighter. So, things to try out. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Josh Finn. This is Hope. We are J&H Aerospace.
If you like this video, hit the like button.
Also, how about subscribe to our channel and check out jhaerospace.com for new free flight products and all of the tooling that you'll need to build them.
Thanks for watching.